Hey there, fellow foresters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Sapiens, Episode 2, Sowing a Forest. Now, another thing to note is, like this crafting area right here is far enough away, possibly far enough away from the light source that they can't work during the night as a result. Alright, so this is going to be for axe heads, and this is going to be for knives. So there's a place for axe head and knives. So what's over here on the ground? Manure? Oh, that's fine. And I only need to make one more hand axe in order to fulfill the crafting area and tools part of the tutorial. When everybody is asleep, time does fast forward. And fortunately, everybody right now has roof coverage. So they're all sleeping inside and on beds, which is pretty good for the morale. And the morale is color-coded. So green is like they're happy, and red is they're sad, and the yellows, oranges, those hues should be pretty self-explanatory, but looks like there's some more branches on these elderberry trees, which is awesome. I'll collect them. And just continuing to grab like pine cones and the like, stockpiling up pine cones and branches and everything that I can get my hands on. Sakura's looks to be almost done with the soil investigation. And I'm also going to go to rolls here. And for tree felling, I'm going to take Sakura off of tree felling. I will put Kellyan and Mike on it. Oh, nice. There we go. Your tribe has discovered digging. With the new knowledge of rock napping, hand axes could be used to more easily remove the topsoil, transport it elsewhere, and reveal what's beneath. So beneath here was some rock. Agriculture. Now that the tribe's immediate needs are taken care of, we need to start planning ahead. As your tribe grows, they will need to grow enough produce to feed everyone. So I don't have a place for soil, so we'll add that as a storage area. This will be for... Actually, this one will be for clay, and the next one will be for soil. And I want to fill this hole back in. So I'm just going to fill it back in with the soil I dug out. So let's try to discover planting. I am going to investigate this fruit here. Basic hunting. Your tribe has found a way to hunt and kill small prey, which can provide valuable resources and potentially food once prepared and cooked. So we threw stones at that chicken up here until... Oh no, not that chicken. But some other chicken until it died. Rip chicken. Let's put a few other people on basic hunting. So Draco and Tannering, I'm going to put you on basic hunting as well. Over here, what I'm going to do is a new storage area. I'm going to stick it right there. And this storage area is going to be for chicken carcasses. TTS, thank you for the resub. Or the sub. Cheers. So here, as you can see, they hunt. Trying to figure it out how. There's already a downed chicken there. And the trees closest to us, I'm going to start chopping down unless they have seeds or branches to collect. As we need fuel. I am going to leave alone the elderberry trees, though. I'm not planning on cutting the fruit trees down. That would be pretty foolish. Another tribe's been spotted. I'm actually going to hold off on adding anyone new, just so that I can make sure that we have enough food for everybody to go around. So here's the chicken carcass, and then I'm going to investigate it further to understand how we can use it. But yeah, look how far and wide our guys are having to go for sticks. Way out this way. So understanding agriculture is going to be really important when we want to cut down our travel time to get just branches and stuff. Looks like we're starting to collect the pumpkins. Let's add that as a new zone in. Accept pumpkins. Is there anything else that we've overlooked? So there's bones. That's a new thing that we should probably set up a zone for. But I don't want to put that indoors because bones are weather hardy, so I'm going to put those outdoors. So this will accept bones. Perfect. The planning investigation looks pretty close to being done. Hopefully, Sakura finishes up with that soon. And then for roles, digging, I'm going to take Sakura off and put Guitar Lilin and Draco on it. Additionally, we have people to raffle off. So, Liwa, the child, has now matured. So I'm going to run yet another raffle. Cheers.
Hola.
You can see some of the grass regrowing around us. And it never hurts to have more hay. I think our hay storage is completely out. So I'll queue up some more hay collection. Oh. Okay. So Sakura is investigating the chicken corpse over here. There was apparently 2 of them. Oh, and also this is flax. So let's go ahead and gather the flax. Because, yeah, that's pretty useful to have, I think. Rise it. Thank you for the bits, man. Alright, breakthrough is nearly complete. And we learned how to butcher. Your tribe now has the ability to separate out the valuable resources contained within an animal carcass. They can obtain raw meat, though you may want to tell them not to eat it just yet. So, here is a big tip. Keep your raw meat separate from your cooked meat, or you will have food poisoning problems. So this storage zone here is going to be for chicken meat that is currently undiscovered. So raw meat will go outside. Ideally, I'd like it to have it inside, but like there's only so much space for stuff, right? So I'm trying to be very space judicious. And this is ginger and wheat. Ooh, good. Good. Might as well collect these pumpkins too. Pumpkins last a while, so they can sit in our stockpiles and not rot very quickly. And this is the planting investigation. Should be done momentarily. Good, the fire's back on. Alright, let's also investigate the chicken meat. New breakthrough, planting. By observing seeds and plants, your tribe has discovered how to control where things grow. This will make it easier to control the food supply. Sounds good. So what I'm going to do is immediately start planting elderberry trees. And I want to plant the elderberry trees over here in the rich soil. I was not kidding about wanting to plant trees. Alright, the other thing is tribe roles planting. In this phase, I'm going to assign a lot of people planting. People can have only up to 6 roles, but I want as many planters as possible because it's going to be really important to get a lot of things planted. Speaking of which, let's get 4 more hand axes going as well. So tools have durability and speed. Stone tools are some of the most basic. You can definitely get improved tools. So bones make for pretty good knives, and like flint makes for pretty good axes and spears. The other thing now that we have planting is the 4 birch seeds that I have. Let's put those in too. And then I should have some pine cones somewhere. Where did I put my pine cones? Oh no, I haven't collected any of the pine cones yet. Okay. So we have a bunch of pine cones yet to be hauled, I think. Oh, and there's Flint. Alright, the last child goes to Genko. You're a logical child. Let's allow you to butcher, firelight, and rock nap, and do diplomacy. Breakthrough nearly done. Ooh, this is cooking. Now we're cooking. Basic cooking. Heat it up. Make it tasty. Alright. Sweet. So on our campfire, I'm going to do a cook raw chicken continuously. So if we have chicken, we cook it. And let's assign someone to that role. Basic cooking, we'll go to Talkmore. Because Talkmore is focused, so he's best at it. I'm also going to put a few other people on it. I'm going to put Rogi and Guitar Lilin on it as well. Pretty good start. So we are missing hay in order to finish this thatch wall. I have a 33 branches, which is a pretty decent amount of branches. Over here, as you can see, it is too dark for them to work now. So they're done for the day. If you didn't want them to be done for the day, you could light a torch, but torches do require fuel. So you can illuminate work areas, but at a cost of fuel. And at the moment, I'm not willing to commit to that fuel cost. But the illuminated areas closest to the base... oh, actually, the light from this campfire is lighting up the hand axe queue enough that it can still be worked on, which is good. How many days do they need to grow fruit? I don't know. I think they fruit maybe like once a season. I know that isn't exactly helpful to you, though. But when you put saplings in, it will take a few years, in-game years, for them to start fruiting. There's a long lag time of sapling to fruiting tree. So we have chicken and berries.
Isona.
Some people are getting very hungry, but that's probably because they're just out here. That's Tannering. Where's Guitarlo? Just eat. Are you injured or something? The other thing I could do is to grab some more raspberries so there's more food variety. So I'll gather raspberries in the morning as well. Or at least add it to the long list queue of everything else that everybody else is doing. Alright, they're starting to get very hungry. Copy that. Yeah, I don't think elderberries are edible as a food source. I think they're treated as an herb. And some people are upset enough that they'll leave soon. So what I could do in this case is high priority raspberry picking. So that when it's light enough for them to venture out, that's the first place that they go. So that they have their food fulfillment. And that way they don't defect. Should be light any second now. Run! Get raspberries! Do animals respawn? Yes. Oh, hey, there's people coming in. Sorry, can't feed myself, so I definitely can't feed you. There was also peaches on these peach trees, so I can start to collect the peaches there as well. And these were peach trees over here, so I'll grab these peaches too. Which means we're gonna need another spot for peaches. This spot can be for pumpkins. And then I'll put a spot here for peaches. Do realize that this isn't roofed up yet, but it will be. It's the next thatch thing to be built. Alright, morale is a lot higher now that there isn't a food shortage. I don't know if there's much of the... Oh no, we put 32 raspberries in. That's not bad. So you can treat these elderberry trees as just a source of branches or possibly wood. We have 2 pine cones. And 3 more birch seeds. And I'm just making sure that I plant them in the fertile soil. Oh, good. Wow, that roof came in sooner than I thought. Sweet. Now, the tree felling needs more stone hatchets, and that's what we're napping over here. So, a lot of the stone hatchets right now are tied up in planting, but I queued up 4 more stone hatchets so there'd be extra as a result. And I'll queue more of these trees around me to be felled. Six more things planted, and we will meet the agriculture goal over there. The other thing that I should probably consider doing is these raspberries. As much as I would like to have raspberries just available for consumption, planning for the future by planting a whole bunch would be really good too. I'll put a large raspberry bush over there. Whatever happened to our pumpkins? Did we already eat them? Ooh, it's starting to snow. Well, we can prioritize the tree cutting so that we can restart our fire. That will help out a lot. And most of the people set on planting roles now have, all but Talkmore and Draco have already learned how to do the planting. So what ends up happening is if you give someone a new task, the first time they do it will take a long time because they have to learn how to do it, and then once they learn how to do it, it gets a lot faster thereafter. So that's what was going on there. Was the 6 new people assigned to planting needed to, like, learn it for themselves after the discovery. And there's definitely a bit of a lag time as a result. There we go. Now we have a bit of a grove of elderberry trees. Which is great. And agriculture task is done. Everybody that was assigned to planting skills now knows how to plant. That will speed me up a lot. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue planting these elderberry trees because it doesn't seem like they're a food source. So I'm going to treat them as a branch and fuel source instead. On the top center of the screen, you can see it says rich soil when it's placed in rich soil. So even when things are snowy, I can still tell what kind of soil's underneath. I think I'm gonna queue up 4 more axe heads and 2 more knives. Actually, let's also make 1 chisel, 1 spearhead, and 1 pickaxe head. Diversify our tools a bit. You can plant pretty much whenever you want. There isn't so much... I mean, there's sort of seasons, but it's more like it's just cold some of the time. The complexity of seasons is not really baked into this game. Let's collect some gooseberries, too. What are you? Raspberries? Looking good. Kenko just learned how to butcher. And let's make sure that lighting the fire is a high priority, because we just cut down a pine tree, so we're going to have enough fuel to get that lit soon. Because it's cold and it's dark. It'd be good to have a campfire. Are the purple-pink flowered plants flax or sage? There is no sage, but this is flax. This stuff is just like, I mean, I think it's supposed to look like lavender maybe, but it's not collectible. It's just grass, as far as the game's concerned. Who is assigned to fire lighting? Talkmore and Kenko. I'm going to put Rogi on it as well. Tannering, you don't seem to be doing anything, so I'll put you on fire lighting too. And despite the distances, I'm just going to keep collecting branches. That's going to keep our fires going. A lot of people are sitting around right now because it's too dark to work, and I don't have a campfire going, so they're just lounging as a result of the lack of light. There's not much I could do about that at the moment. Trying to keep things fueled up is pretty challenging in this game until you plant a whole bunch of trees and you can regularly collect branches, because it's very common for you to just run out of fuel. All right, it's bedtime, so they're starting to return back to their beds. And their moods should increase because it's comfortable in their beds, because it's roofed up and they're sleeping on a hay mat. Yeah, I'm down to 10 raspberries. I may need to... Well, once we have the fire going, we can start cooking the chicken again. But I may need to prioritize grabbing peaches and raspberries and gooseberries and the like. Tarlilin very upset that it's cold and dark. Yeah, I'm working on the fire. In fact, there's a whole, there's 4 people that are really, 5 that are really upset because of that. Nabla, thank you for the resub, and happy subiversary. They are alpaca, yes. We don't currently have the knowledge about how to hunt them, but that's a pretty good food source later on. Come on, sunlight. Help me out here. There we go. It's getting light enough. Alright. Dot Genko, I think, is lighting the fire. I think she needs to learn how to do it, so she's going to be a little bit slower on it. That's fine. And here is the new raspberry bushes going in as well. Is it a different kind of fuel? Or just sticks? They're sticks and logs. Logs are better, but logs require an entire tree to be cut down, so they're not as renewable as sticks. Once you have established a pretty decent sized forest, it's not so much of a problem to keep fires lit. Here's the world map. You can see where we are in the scheme of things. The tutorial just told me to zoom out like this. So there you go. And the next part of the tutorial I'm going to be ignoring for a bit, which is paths and roads. I don't need those yet, so I'm just not going to be doing it. Come on, fire. There we go. And now we can start cooking, because we're out of raspberries. So given that we're out of raspberries, let's remedy that. So these bushes over here, I'm going to gather, and I'm going to set these as priority. And then I'm going to go over to the peaches that we had over here and do the same. I'm not really sure where the pumpkins ended up. I, harvested some pumpkins for sure. But I never really saw them hauled to a stockpile. But I can add them over here as well. Hoping that they actually get hauled in and eaten this time. Maybe they were eaten and I just didn't notice. Who knows? But we have a bit of a food shortage, so I'm just trying to remedy that. There we go. The chicken will be priority cooked. So we'll have someone cooking chicken at all times. And Any of the chicken around the vicinity, I'll queue up to hunt. So that we can hunt small game. The morale of everyone is like kind of fine right now. So I'm not too worried. I think we'll have fruit soon. I think this was set up to be peaches if I'm not mistaken. No, not yet. Peaches, there we go. That's pumpkins, chicken, pumpkins again. Oops. I don't need 2 pumpkin. I'll leave... Actually, I'm going to delete that. Alright, talk more now. Now knows how to cook. Good. Mass-produced chicken for us. Like how he just eats it himself. There he goes. Now he's cooking for others. Oh, woolly mammoths. They are... Okay, so given that the woolly mammoths are over here, I'm going to tell my people not to gather sticks from that tree. Or this tree. If you're wondering, they are somewhat aggressive and very good at killing you. So staying away from them is, like, wise. Alright, 3 more pine cones. Cool. And 1 more birch seed. Alright, well we got a few peaches. That will help out a little bit. Oh, and there's a pumpkin. So we can investigate a pumpkin, too. So let's do a pumpkin investigation. And we have a little bit of cooked chicken meat here. Which will help keep us fed. Oh, and here's the peaches. I would very much like to put in a whole bunch of peach trees in our rich soil zone, but I think it's more urgent that we refrain from doing that so that we can use the peaches as a source of food instead. A fruit grove is like a really good investment in the future, but if you aren't going to survive long enough to get to that future, eat it now, right? What is this? Hay? Alright, yeah, we're doing fine. So investigations would be Sakura. Oh, Dot Genko is also really good at investigations too. So, you are going to be taken off of diplomacy and put in investigations, realizing it's not a task a child can do, but once you age up, you'll be joining in the investigation train. I also forgot about the gooseberries, so I'm going to prioritize the gooseberries and then set up a gooseberry stockpile back in the hut. But yeah, this should be enough food to cover us until we, until the spring, I think. So here is Draco trying to learn how to hunt. There's a few other chicken around, so I'm going to queue them up to be hunted too. Alright, he just learned how to hunt. Good job, it's your first kill. We are getting a little close to these woolly mammoths. Oh, he was just injured while hunting. You really got injured by chicken? Okay. If you say so. I usually don't have this hard of a time to keep fires lit. So the other thing I might want to consider is Talkmore and Doc Genko both know how to light fires. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't yet. Seems to be fuel. But whatever. If you see anyone laying out in the snow, you can always issue them in order to move back towards the hut. The reason they're doing that is because there's nowhere to lounge right now. But at the end of the day, they eventually turn in, and this just saves them a walk later on when they might be more tired. So 11 raspberries, 25 peaches, 1 pumpkin, 3 chicken. Yeah, we're fine. So what I'm doing right now isn't absolutely necessary. It's just nice to gather everyone up, because then once it's bedtime, they can just jump straight in bed. Had I done that earlier, these two out here would have been quicker to go to sleep. That's quite the elderberry grove there, I think. Go to sleep. There we go. How much hay do I have now? Quite low on hay. So, not that my folks need more tasks to do, but I'm going to queue up more grass cutting. And yes, you can cut grass underneath the snow. It's no problem. Oh, good. These elderberry trees have their branches back. Oh no, I think just the one I selected. That's unfortunate. The woolly mammoths seem to be moving through the valley. So everything on the other side of the valley that I have my people doing, I'm going to cancel so that we don't cross paths with the woolly mammoths. So now there's no tasks over here, because they would just path right through them. Likewise, I'm going to say cancel the flax collection there as well. If you're wondering what ends up happening, most of the time when you get injured by a woolly mammoth, you will either be a little injured and still able to work, but one more injury will make you critical or near critical. And then another injury after that, and you might die, or you might be bedridden for a long time. So, injuries are definitely worth avoiding early game when you need everybody working, because if you have too many people injured, then you end up starving, essentially. It's not good. Alright, everyone here is grabbing peaches from over here and storing them. Oh, the gooseberries got picked, so I can add that to a new zone. Thank you for tuning in to Sapiens, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 16th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sapiens.